Hello and welcome to the Every Other Saturday podcast for a brand new episode this week. We'll be covering, of course, the disappointing Old Firm loss yesterday. We spoke about it last week, of course, with Taylor and Zach. Really good episode we done last week, covering all bases on the Old Firm game, and it was a must-win game. Let's not get away from that. Like, it was disappointing to lose yesterday, all but kind of guarantees league going to the other half of Glasgow as well, which is sickening to even think about the players that have sort of surrendered that league title, which they all said they were going to fight to the death for, and I didn't really see much of that yesterday when the chips were thrown against us and we really had to go knuckle down and fight for it. But we'll talk about it, we'll give our thoughts on the game, and then look ahead to Braga away. I can't believe we've got another game in the horizon so quick, which obviously on another sort of occasion would be good to get out the system, but this one just feels really bad because obviously the circumstances with the league and that basically sort of cancels us out of the title race, which is a hard one to take. And then obviously moving on to Braga on Thursday, it's going to be a tough one again. Struggling to get up for it as we speak, but we'll get to that at the end of the episode. As always, if you like, subscribe, share about for us, very much appreciated. And then we'll give our thoughts in the Old Firm game. So going into the game, I'll be honest with you. Obviously, I wasn't going to say it on the podcast or anything. I wasn't going to say it out loud, but the feeling I had, I wasn't really confident going into this game. I feel personally Celtic have just got a mentality within their squad that doesn't matter who they're playing. Like if it's an Old Firm game, anybody like in the league, they'll turn up and they'll win. That's the mentality they have this season. That's what they done yesterday. When we have the full backing of the crowd and must-win game, the players know that, the manager knows that, everybody at the club knows that. I just didn't have confidence that we would go out and get a result yesterday. Started off really well, right enough, but after that, it was kind of non-existent, the performance. The team, again, I can't blame the manager at all for the team selection. Again, like the previous Old Firm game, the team everybody wanted started the game. So, like, it's down to then the players to apply towards the game. Obviously, there was things that happened within the game, substitutions and all that I was annoyed at by the manager. But obviously, the team for you was spot on, I'm guessing.
I mean, I said it perfectly well there. It was probably the team that everybody was thinking about. Bar one for me, with Sleepy Joe, kind of just done with the guy now. I would have probably liked to have seen Greggy Stewart start, but no, won't go there straight away. But I definitely probably was the best team that, if we're all being honest, we probably would have started the game.
Nah, and I was happy to see Ramsey on there. I thought maybe that would have been the only one that maybe he would have picked somebody else for. Happy to see Ramsey in. We signed him for the reason to turn up in these big games. 3 minutes in, he gets his derby goal. I mean, it's all fine sailing. Like, the way we started that game was what I wanted to see. We were pressing them. We were doing the right things in the final third. Took the chance. Bassey, great pass into Kent through Juranovic, leaves him in no man's land. Kent has the time to pick out the pass. Ramsey's got that experience in the box that he finds a finish, and it's the most perfect start you could get off to in this game. Exactly what Celtic done to us in the previous Old Firm game, got off to a quick start. But the thing they done, and the thing they done really well, was keeping it tight and not allowing us up the park and putting constant pressure on us where we get the goal and sat back. Like, it's been the story of Van Bronckhorst's tenure, to be honest with you, at times where we'll go 1-0 up and we'll just sit back. In this kind of game, no. Especially when you get the goal so quick. Like, you need to keep going. It's 3 minutes into the game. There's no, we're tired or whatever. Like, you need to keep going, putting constant pressure on them. I know they're going to have a spell eventually, but 4 minutes after that, to let them right back into the game. Cal McGregor literally just swanning through everybody. I'm just going to take a wee yonder. Gets into the box at that point. I'm screaming for Calvin Bassey at the time to just hit him, just tackle him, take a yellow straight away, set the tone, get the tackle in, and that attack breaks down. He gets into the box, obviously, falls to Rogic, bouncing about everywhere to Hatate. Doesn't get any sort of contact really on the ball. It should be just grabbed by McGregor and we break up the pitch. Palms it straight to Tom Rogic, and there's your one each. Alan McGregor, I don't care how many times he saved us in Europe. In terms of the league, he has thrown away so many points for us this season. in terms of the goals we're conceding, even from a defensive standpoint as well. It's not been good enough at times, but the goalkeeping has been atrocious in the league. Motherwell at home, Ross County, like just error after error, like that have cost us big time, and that one was horrible yesterday.
No, listen, everyone was wanting to get the big game after, the performances against Dortmund with McGregor and that, but I'm sorry. Guy's done, man. He has been done in the league. You've just named it there. Just shocking. He has thrown so many points away for us this season. I was really disappointed as you just touched on it. My boy Calvin Bassey thought he had one of his worst games yesterday. Apart from obviously getting the ball to Kent to get the assist, I can't get anything else he did. But he came out second half. I'll give him that. He came out second half and he looked a lot better. But it was just sort of like hitting hope when he was just hitting the crosses in for me. I think in terms of obviously we get the goal and then it's sort of, as you say, just same as usual. But for me, see when the attack, see Joe Aribo going to just pop him in the bench for the rest of the season. I've had enough of him. Sleepy Joe, honestly, I don't know what happened to him when he went over there for the tournament, but I don't know if that's a twin that they've turned around and sent over here, because I can't believe that's the same player that we were raving as probably Rangers' best player so far this season. I'm sorry, mate. Like, there was no pace to run down the wing. See, when we had the chances to break, for me there was just no pace. And I'm thinking about, we've talked about the boy for United. Do you know what I mean? There's a good option there. His confidence is probably down, as you've said, for the abuse he's got for making up mistakes. I'm thinking about Alex Lowry. I don't know why the boy wasn't even involved. Like, just play him, give him a chance, maybe out for the bench. But no, in terms of, as I said, mate, the team that started the game probably is a team you want to play. But just for me, Joe Aribo, I mean, there were so many errors throughout the team. I feel like, for me, we just allowed Celtic to play well. I'll be honest with you, mate. I know everyone's going on about maybe Celtic's performance, whatever, but like, for me, I just think we allowed them to win it. I just think we gave up. And after we get that first goal, I just think we gave up, really. I don't think... When you need to go at it, that speech that Gio needs to gain that change room doesn't need to be anything, but this is your season. This is make or break. This is where we're going to find out who's going to be with me next season and who's not. And there's a lot of the players that we found out, I think, yesterday, that are only going to be with Giovanni. And I'm hoping, my fingers crossed. Do you know what I mean? As much as we've adored them, we've loved them, there's certainly a couple of them for me that their time is definitely Pybrooks. Sleepy Joe's Joe Aribo's new name now. I seem to come up with a name for everyone when they're not having a good game. Sleepy Joe's Joe Aribo's new name now, because honestly...
This has been Joe Aribo, as you say, for when he came back for that tournament. We were all desperate to get him back. We were watching the Nigeria game at the time. He's back for Old Firm. Yes, because we were missing Morelos and all that, of course. But since then, he's not turned up at all. I've not seen anything really for Joe Aribo that I've seen in the first half of the season. He was comfortably probably the best player in the league at a point, comfortably. There was nobody touching him at the time, and he's really just fell off a cliff, to be honest. How he played 90 minutes, I won't understand. But then you sort of get it when you look at the bench. Like, who are you going to bring on that's going to be better than Joe Aribo? Obviously, he wasn't having a good game, but you need to keep your best... it's a hard one to really say, but you need to keep your best players on the pitch to get the result at the time.
How many times have we talked about this though? Ever since Daniel Candeias left the club, there has not been a replacement. No. It's just perhaps somebody else out there. Do you know what I mean? Play somebody out of position, pop them there. Or, do you know what I mean? It's a full way to board for me. I really do it, honestly. As much as you can maybe have a go at the players and Gio, at the same time, for me, you got to have a go at the board. They knew at the start of the season what they had to do if they really wanted to continue. They weren't prepared to do it. They'll have the free signings and what have you. And they have worked out. Let's not lie. Sakala's been, I think, overall been a success. He's put the ball in the net, what have you. My boy Johnny Lundstrom's done the business. But if we're going back to the game and players that played well, as I said, mate, I thought Alan Ramsey, he looked like the only one that was up for it. For me, the two key players in the first sort of couple of minutes for me were Rogic and Alan Ramsey, something that we did touch on last episode. They two were really the key players for both sides, I thought, definitely in the first couple of minutes, definitely in the first half.
Nah, obviously both getting the goals for the team. Rogic would have been one I would have happily seen miss out. He's a good, really good player. Technical abilities through the roof. Gets a goal to get Celtic back into it. But then it was just for that point, like, we just sat back and I'm like, come on, the crowd even weren't up for it. And I've also got to take a dig at the board again for how tin pot it makes us look that we've got this is the Old Firm banners around the stadium and the players are coming out under an Old Firm like sponsored like shield through the tunnel and all that. Like, what's that all about? Like, nobody cares about all this shit. Just invest the fucking money on the pitch rather than all this shit. Like, we get it, it's called the Old Firm. We have a fucking rivalry, they call it the Glasgow Derby and all that. They don't want to see it, but that's tin pot as fucking, especially when you go and win, go and lose a game as well. It's just fucking, it makes you look even worse. But since the goal, we didn't really create much, as you say. Let's say like back into it, just let them play their own stuff, which you know is going to happen. They're going to cut you open. They're going to score. Because at the moment, Celtic are a better team than us. Whether we like it or not, they're better than us. They're 6 points clear for a reason. They've not been beat since like September for a reason. They're good domestically in the league. And we had a real opportunity to stop that yesterday, and we just couldn't be asked after we went 1-0 up. 5 minutes performance is not good enough. In an Old Firm game. They obviously, I'm thinking 40 minutes in the clock. We've been under it here, not being able to get up the pitch. Just get to half time, one each, and then we'll try something out in the second half because you know what it's like. We'll turn up for one half and then just sort of not turn up for the second. So getting that goal at the right time killed the game for me. And again, like, I've not seen the challenge back for Lundstrom. It was over the other edge of the pitch. He gets the first yellow, of course, after constant fouling. In terms of a Celtic point of view, he gets the first yellow. To me, it looked like a yellow card at the time. Looked like a free kick, but could have been very soft. I'll need to see it back. And then the delivery into the box. I watched a replay of that, and Joe Rebo's the guy marking Cameron Carter-Vickers before he runs into the box. Joe Rebo is the only person that doesn't run into the box with the squad and chases man, and it falls. I think it falls off Lundstrom, and then Carter Vickers slams into the goal. And again, down to Joe Rebo, he didn't follow his man, didn't track the man, and another really poor goal to lose. To be honest with you, they go 2-1 up, perfect time to score just before half time. Their team talk's going to be totally different. It leaves us in a very, very tough position. They're where they want to be comfortably. They'll just sit in part of the bus. And don't know, man. I just felt at that time sitting in Ibrox, I thought it was done as well. I'd had no idea what we were going to do in the second half to come out and be better than the first, to be honest with you.
No, honestly, see that when you're on there with Lundstrom. It is definitely a yellow and definitely a free kick. I mean, Sleepy Joe, you can talk about him all day long. My heart went out. I panicked for Lundstrom because the ball comes to his feet a bit and he does go to try and hang me away. But I was just thinking if he's going to be on his back after this. McGregor could come out. I know everyone's going on about it. Definitely Alan McGregor could come out, try and catch it. But no, I don't know. Like, I don't care at this point, mate. I'll be honest with you. I've had enough of it, man. I've had enough of these players half-arsing it every single week now, man. Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest, one league title. Do you know what I mean? Cup run's been absolutely woeful, man. Do you know what I mean? Okay, Europe's been great. It seems to be the only time some of these lads like to turn up. So, I mean, I just have had enough of some of these lads and their attitude, man. I really, honestly, how you're telling me in that second half you don't come out and you give everything for that shirt just until that final whistle, do you know what I mean? Instead, I don't even know what the second half was, mate, and I couldn't believe it. I know I sent you about it. You were telling us when he took Ramsey off and he brought Arfield on. My first thought was you're going to be livid at this, that he's brought Scotty Arfield on for Aaron Ramsey, who, by the way, don't care what MD says, Aaron Ramsey was the best player for us in that first half for me. Between him, Johnny Boy Lundstrom. I don't know if that was Ryan Jack's brother. I don't know who turned up there because that for me wasn't Ryan Jack. It seems like you're getting bullied after Greg Taylor a wee bit there. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit concerned with that. Son, get the studs up, show him a tackle, remind him he's a wee boy. Do you know what I mean? I seen the one where also we'll touch on it. I mean that tackle that the Greek striker did on Jackie. I'm sorry, that's a red. There's no attention for the ball. He comes through behind. I was all right. I liked that the referee was letting the game flow a bit. He wasn't going to blow the whistle every 5 minutes. I appreciate that. You understand the game, what it is. But there was some challenges for me where blow the whistle, mate, and get the cards out. But that one for me on Ryan Jack, that's definitely a red. All right, what Ryan Jack does to him while the two of them are down there, you definitely can book him for that. But that one was a red for me. And then what was the other one? There was another one that was, I think it was on Kent, was it? I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, it
But
was
my winning
Ralston, I think.
Aye, Ralston. They two for me were reds. I don't care what Andy says. For me, they two were reds.
I've not seen them back myself yet to really.
The Connor Goldson one and all, by the way, I'm going to bring that up and all because I want to get touched on. There's one with Carter Vickers and Connor Goldson in the box, and he's
And
pulling
he's
his
ripping the
shirt. He
shirt
pulls him
off
to the
him.
floor. Aye, how's that not a penalty? I
There was another one
that.
yesterday. See where in the second half he broke up the pitch and it fell to Ryan Jack. Of all people, you don't want it to faulty in the box. And he he should go for goal, but he chips it up, kind of, and it hits Carter Vickers in the arm. I mean, we can all be like, oh, what if and all that, but see if that goes to VAR, we've got penalties for less. To be honest with you, if that is VAR, that's a penalty in my opinion. I'm not want to clutch at straws and all
definitely.
that, but looking at the actual decisions in the game, if you had VAR and all that, I think maybe there would have been a red card or a penalty.
Honestly, I'm telling you right now that I know the one you're on about there, and you definitely VAR's there, maybe it gets singed. But the one with Connor Goldson, I'm telling you, that's a stonewaller all day long, and I don't know how it didn't get given. It was really mind-boggling. I mean, some of the decisions for the referee were shocking for me, but regardless, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, our players didn't turned up for a couple of minutes, and after that, thought about their holidays, thought about Thursday night. Seems to be the only time they really care about playing football.
I know it's embarrassing, to be honest with you. Like, how many? That's why when people constantly criticise and want Van Bronckhorst sacked for games like this, I have to laugh. I have to question what people even know about football. Like, Van Bronckhorst isn't going anywhere. let's be honest, right? You can hate the guy all you want. You can have your criticisms, which is fine. But when Van Bronckhorst has a summer to get rid of who he wants and bring in who he wants, and has a full summer to work with the team and implement what he wants to do, that's when I'll start judging him. Like, he's still working with Steven Gerrard's team. He's still working with these fucking hypocrites that have wore that badge for 4 years and only been able to deliver one fucking league title. That says it all to me. How many times have we been beat in semi-finals and big games, and like these teams, the Hearts in the cup and all that. Hearts were bottom in the league and we get beat off them twice. St Johnstone last season, St Mirren last season, Aberdeen in the semi at Hampden, Celtic in the cup final, although that's probably a game we should have won, but we didn't win it. Another time where the team have completely bottled everything, and it's been a lot of the same players. You look at it, McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Barisic, Aribo, Kamara, Davis, all of these players, and Ryan Kent, Morelos, all of the sort of same nucleus of the squad that we all wanted to keep in the summer. That is maybe now looking like the problem, that we didn't maybe cash in and bring some money into the club to go and purchase maybe a right winger like Scott Olsen, who's got four goals and 6 assists for Club Brugge so far. I mean, it could have been an option. Joey Veerman, I know we were linked with him all summer. Didn't work out. He's away to PSV and he's scoring and assisting all the time. Exactly the kind of players you need. I was excited by the signs of Ramsey and Amad Diallo. Ramsey, for me, again, showed enough yesterday. And showed that he gets what it means. He's a quality player. He's not played at that level for no reason. Let's not get it twisted. When he plays his game, he's probably the best player in the league, to be honest with you. Like, when he consistently starts performing for us, he's going to be a big player regardless whether you like it or not, going into the end of the league. We've still got stuff to play for, of course, but at the moment it's just looking very dull because of what happened yesterday. I expect him to start in Braga. I expect him to be a big part of this team going forward because for me yesterday, alongside probably John Lundstrom, the only two players that could really keep possession of the fucking football, pass it on, and look like they were going to do something with it. Because it seemed like every pass, every second ball we were losing, just passing out the park, like dribbling it out of the park and all that. Like, you could tell the players were nervous, and how are you nervous at home? You've got the back of your own fucking support. That's why I can't get on board with the whole Van Bronckhorst out train. Like, I wasn't happy he subs yesterday. I wasn't happy at the changes he made in the game, but I'm not going to fucking sit and say I want the guy sacked. Like, as I said, I'm giving the guy time. I back any manager that comes in here. Like, I backed Pedro Casinha until it was no longer. Kilmarnock won each at home. That was it for me. That was the last straw. I made my decision at that time. We've made our decisions on players. Cedric Itten, Scott Wright, they've been at the club for a year. We finally gave our opinion on them right now. You're giving your opinion on Joe Aribo. Possibly time to cash in. You make up these opinions over time when you see enough.
By the way, I agree with you, mate. I agree with everything that you're saying. The only thing that, as we're talking about the subs, the one that annoyed me, as you said, was bringing Scott Arfield on. How do you not look at Stephen Davis? I'm sorry. The man's so experienced in the game. How do you not look to go, right, maybe bring a bit of experience on just to calm it down, maybe look for an option to get the ball through? I don't know, man. It was annoying. But Ramsey does that, and I don't know why he brought Ramsey on.
Even Glenn Kamara, we've been trying to play Glenn Kamara in this sort of forward role, although he's negative when he's playing in the same sort of position as Lundstram or Jack, but he's played that forward role a few times. Why not put him on as well? Why not you need to throw Everton in it, put Hollander up front. I don't care, just put Everton into it. See if he was sitting in the touchline and he'd done everything like he could possibly do, his bench and really went for it. You could hold your hands up and be like, right, he definitely fucking tried there.
But that's what I'm talking about when we look back at that St Johnstone away game. Clearly doesn't. I don't know, mate. I think he doesn't rate half of them. I really think he doesn't. I honestly think he'll be saying it to the board in the summer. Half of them are going. I don't want to work with him. I mean, apart from getting the assist, what else did Ryan Kent do?
To be fair, I think
he took a ball away from Ramsey. No, Ramsey went to have a strike, and Kent takes the ball and goes on one of the daft runs, and nothing comes yet.
To be fair, you see with Ryan Kent, like, he's I get what you're saying. He's end product in that. Like, when you really need him to produce shots over the bar and its crosses aren't good enough. But for me, his work rate and his determination to get on the ball and trying to make something happen for me was enough. Like, he was the only player I really seen in the forward line that was trying to get forward and trying to make stuff happen. He was the only outlet for us, really, that was providing anything. So that's where I'll put it down to. Obviously, you want more from him, of course you do, in terms of good deliveries into the box and goals.
Aye, but that's what I'm saying. It's just that end product is just saying. It's just if some of the stuff he does, it frustrates me. See if he can't do that run that he always loves to do, he'll just give up. I'm sorry, he'll just give up. Like, you seen it with, who was it? Blocked it. I can't even remember. One of the Celtic players blocked it, and they ran past him with the ball, and then he just sort of gave up. And I was like, come on. It was just that one was the one that frustrated me the most. Was you could tell Ramsey was looking at that ball and thinking, I'm hitting the sweet spot of that. And Kent takes it and goes on one of the daft wee runs. But as you're saying, mate, I mean, honestly, last Old Firm obviously had a bit of drinking and you're emotionally passionate. Do you know what I mean? That's, for me, I was as daft as you heard last week when the podcast was
Of course, you're going to be like that.
You should have punched him. But listen, I backed the guy, and Steven Gerrard had time. Gerrard came in. It took him time to build. It's the same with any old manager. I'm not going to give up on the guy after coming in the door halfway through the season and getting to figure out these players. As I said, it's going to take time with Gio as well. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's not just down to him. As I said, like, people are mentioning this 12-point swing in the league and all that. Like, that's down to the fucking players for me. Like, he's selected the squad. He's implemented the tactics. We've been ahead in games, and the players have just chucked it at times. Like,
well, mate, it's just crazy to me to think about how positive we all were. Like, as I said, when we were away to Livy and we were at the game, man, like, if they just singing the guy's name, do you know what I mean? You could tell it meant so much to him. Do you know what I mean? And now for people sort of just to be like, he's no, get it, do you know what I mean? That doesn't hang you for me. I just think the guy really does, mate, as you're saying here, deserves the time and deserves a chance to bring his players in. It's down to the board at the end of the day for me. It's down to the board and the players. Two of them just couldn't be asked.
I mean, the board show you where the priorities lie this year. Trying to arrange friendlies with they mutants over the road. Like, that's what the board is up there. The board don't want to hand out money to Steven Gerrard. We all heard about why he left. He didn't get Kevin Nisbet in the summer. I'm not saying that would have been a good sign or not, but personally, I was a big Nisbet fan at the time. I would have loved that to happen. And he didn't get the funds for him, so he fell out with the board. Like, it seems to be a recurring theme here with the board not supplying enough funds, especially after the year we've had. Keep rebuilding. You need better quality, go into Champions League qualification and be the best possible squad. Celtic were still in a rebuilding phase as well. We just done exactly what Celtic did. We get too big for our boots, thought we could just bring in anybody, and Celtic have come back just like we did when when Gerrard obviously came in and we sort of rebuilt our squad, they've done the exact same thing and they've done it quicker, and we've sort of just stood still and waited for it to happen, which is unforgivable. Ross Wilson, a guy that we all thought and praised for the signings that he's made, I think he's got to be the next one to go, to be honest with you. I don't think his recruitment's been good enough for a stamp. We've had to deal with this, as I say, the same players week in, week out, and you're thinking, oh, well, if Morelos is out, it's going to be Roof. But we don't have a fucking idea what to do when Roof plays. And that's nothing against Kemar Roof, but I love the guy. But the players that are in positions, like if Connor Goldson gets injured, Balogun and Alander haven't played with each other. It's just pure daft things like that. If Tavernier gets injured, who's actually going to play right back? Like, the squad depth isn't good enough. And I looked at Celtic's squad yesterday. They've got Turnbull, Abada, all of them coming on. And who have we got coming on? Scott Arfield. That's who we've got coming on. That just tells me everything I need to know. Shocking in terms of squad depth. For when we looked like we had a good squad as well, I just don't think the recruitment's been good enough in terms of players that are going to start for us. I mean, with Scott Wright, Cedric Itten, Simpson, all of these players that we signed last year, nowhere to be seen, not even in a match day squad anymore. And we're sitting paying their wages. Failure after failure. Juninho Bacuna this summer, already away in January. Like, just daft signings. And we needed really players to come in and start and be of quality. And so far, that's only really been Lundstrom, Bassey, and obviously Ramsey's been playing of late. But that's really it, isn't it, when you think about it? Balogun's obviously made a good impression. Sakala's been good when he's been called upon, aye. But I think all the signings he's made, it's just...
Aye. No, I agree with you. The frustrating thing for me is I'm just scared of losing, as you say, the talent that we seem to have in the academy. We just seem to lose them so quick, so early, and they don't really get to flourish at Ibrox. A real chance here. You've seen it with Gilmore, like you said. You've seen it with Patterson, though he's not really playing, as he down in Everton. And it's the same with Lowry and the other boys that are coming through as well. I just think, give him a chance. Can it really be as bad as playing Scott Arfield? Do you know what I mean? Really? Pop the wee boy in there, pop Charlie McCann in there, whatever his name is. Pop him in there, let's see what he can do.
See, when you look at the bench yesterday as well, care. As you're saying,
honestly,
like, Lowry would have been fine on the bench to bring on like an attacking player.
Exactly, mate, sorry, but I don't care about this guy's been a part of the squad for how many years or anything. I don't care. Sometimes you need, as we've seen, when Lowry came on and made his debut in the senior squad, he lit it up. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need a young guy to go, no, this is my opportunity, I'm going to seize it. Sometimes you need that.
He's done it every time we've seen him.
See if we see a free signing in the summer and all, I'm going to lose my head. Unless it's that Dutch boy, that centre half, I'll be all right with that. But apart from anything else,
like, especially John Souttar as well. John Souttar is a very good signing in my opinion. Like, there's free transfers that you can get away with, and you can actually look at it and be like, no, he's going to start for us if he's fit. Because Zach said as well, when he's watched John Souttar, he's been impressed with him. He's got sort of the full package. He's a Scotland international, played in the league, knows what it's about. Like, for him, I'm really looking forward to him coming in and hopefully taking over for Connor Goldson, to be honest with you. We've spoke a lot about Connor Goldson. Like, it's inevitable he's leaving. And looking at that yesterday, it's probably best if he leaves to get a sort of fresh backline, just a bit of freshness in the centre half position.
This is what I'm on about. When you said on the podcast that you just couldn't imagine looking at the lineup and not seeing Connor Goldson on it. This is what I'm on about. This is your relationship with Connor Goldson as a fan. Like, 1 week you'll be like, oh, I don't want the guy to leave because, you know what I mean, that he can be so good for us, can be solid. And then, as I've said, see the passing sometimes. Woeful. See that passing where he just passed it straight to the Celtic player yesterday in the second half. That's what I'm on about. See the wee slips and the mistakes. That for me is where you need to cut that. I'm sorry. I think personally for him personally, and for us as a club, I think it is something that maybe, do you know what I mean? It's just one of them where you need a fresh start. You need something else to go and chase. And bringing him in for Hearts, it seems to be the right decision. But I've had enough, mate. Honestly, the more you feel like you're taking steps forward, it kind of feels like you're going backwards when you really look at the bigger picture. I mean, I've just died. Ali McCoy, what are you doing? Get away from hugging Ange Paul's. Like, what are you doing? How soft are we as a football club? Do we not remember the football club we are?
No.
Do you want to bring them in for team biscuits and all?
It's actually embarrassing. Like, see when you actually look at the way the club has been ran, it is nothing short of absolutely disgraceful when you think about it. Like, when you actually see the things that are happening, like I said to you about the Old Firm banners and all that pictured everywhere, like hugging Ange Postecoglou, like creating friendlies with him, and like building new Edmondson House outside. Look at all the money that's went into that. Oh, we've got a museum that we're going to put a fucking league title in that we don't even fucking own anymore. That's fucking great, isn't it? Like,
by the way, when you're talking about the museum, it's a great idea on paper, but we know why you're doing the museum. We all know why you're doing it. The real fans want players signed. Do you know what I mean? Real fans want the players signed. That's what we want. We want big marquee signings to stamp our authority and say, no, we're going on to have even more success. I mean, I will let him up it when we were on that boys' channel at the start, when we won the league last season. Obviously, had a couple of bevies in us and that, talking about us winning the treble. But listen, I tell you what, we ain't winning that semi-final at all. I'm telling you that right now. Hampden, Celtic, no chance. Can't see
that
it.
Will be.
Can't see it.
That will be. That's definitely one that I look forward to talking about that after we get over this one, because it's going to take a few days, even longer, to go over this. As you say, the quicker the Braga game becomes, the better to get your mind off things and focus on what we're actually good at, playing European football, it seems. But I, as you say, I don't have confidence in us, because you think about it, across the other side of the city, they've won the League Cup, pretty much guaranteed to win the league now. The last piece of the puzzle they need is to beat us, and they're pretty much guaranteed a treble. So to allow them to win a treble in his first season, wow, that will be.
But by the way, and I said it at the start. See, when everybody was going, oh, they've signed their version of Pedro Caixinha, I just knew it wasn't. I thought to myself, no, it's no. And honestly, the fact that, as I said, we won the league title. Celtic know what they need to do straight away. Right, cool. We need to go and we need to throw the dough at it. That's what they did. I'm not like, why does it? It annoys me that people try and make out this guy's managing St Mirren and they're about to win the treble or something. Do you know what I mean? No, he's had finances and funds that we've talked about on the last episode with Taylor and Zach on. Do you know what I mean? He's managing Celtic. Do you know what I mean? They're probably been the most wealthiest club in the country for a long time now. Do you know what I mean? The European football, what have you? But I mean, to me, mate, I've got no confidence. But see, just going back to the game, just thinking on it, I'm thinking to myself, why did they not throw Connor Goldson up front or something?
Just no, to be fair, he did at the end of the last 5 minutes. Connor Goldson was more up front. But then we just weren't getting the balls into the box or anything. Like, we weren't getting enough to trouble Celtic for him to even do anything, which was annoying. And the guy I really want to go into and talk about is Kemar Roofe. Kemar Roofe has now led the line in the past 2 Old Firm games, and he's been given the same role to do. Basically try and play off Carter Vickers and Starfelt, who are going to bully him. They're going to bully Roofe. Roofe will fucking try his heart out, of course he will, and he'll try and beat them anytime he can. But we're asking him to play like Alfredo Morelos. We've got no plan for Kemar Roofe to start games, which is unfair on the guy. It's unfair on him because, I mean, yesterday as well, I'm hearing shout, "Oh, Kemar Roofe, he's fucking shite." If that's what we've got to rely on, we're finished. And I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, well, Aberdeen comes on, he changes the game. Dundee comes on, he changes the game. Red Star Belgrade away, changes the game up front, nearly scores a goal. And that's 3 of the past 4 or 5 games. He's come on, made an impact. He deserved his opportunity. Of course, you would have liked him up there with Morelos if ideally Morelos was fit, but asking him to do the same job that Morelos is going to do is never going to work out. Morelos in a league of his own in terms of strikers. he's that reliable and that important for a reason that he would have bullied the 2 of them yesterday, probably given the opportunity. I would have felt better, obviously, with the 2 of them up or Morelos available at all. But asking Kemar Roofe to play the Morelos role is fucking shocking. And that again falls down to Van Bronckhorst in a way with his tactics. Like, you can't just dump him in there and expect him to do the same thing. You need to have a plan to work around him, and you know he's that kind of scrappy goalpost. Like, you've seen the Aberdeen goal, he's at the back post, he scores. We just won the game getting him in
the box, mate.
Like, even the balls in the box weren't even getting him.
No, he's a fox in the box, Kemar. He's not going to do what Morelos does, and as we're talking about here, like, down to the board again for me. I'm sorry. You're telling me you can't bring another striker in like, to do maybe similar to Morelos. Just, I don't know, man. Kemar, I hate that. I hate how fickle fans can be with that, man. Like, Kemar Roofe on his day is a quality player. I know all about it. They just turn around and asking me to do it. He's going to try his heart out. You seen he was trying his heart out until the full whistle, mate. I'm sorry, he was going up with him. He was being physical with him. But no, he's more a fox in the box schemer. It's just frustrating, mate. It really is. It's frustrating that we just lack. I don't even know. Just seem to lack the ideas, mate. We just seem to lack motivation. I feel like sometimes, man. And
Aye.
see, honestly, it really is to ask him to do that. Yesterday, as you say, playing the sort of kind of what Morelos would have done. It's just not his game, man.
It's
Just
just
keep saying he's a fox in the
it's
box.
not going to work out. Like if you watch the last Old Firm game, you'll know it's not going to happen. Just because his Ibrox won't make a difference. Like you need to play to Kmart Roof's strengths. You need to surely they've worked with the guy enough. Surely Roy Mackay has worked with him. And right, well, he's maybe going to play better suited to this and have an actual idea for him. It just seems like they have no idea for him. Like the same with Sakala as well for me. Like Sakala, again, he came on yesterday, he done all right. I thought he actually had a few decent runs, was getting into the box and trying to make things happen. But for me, he's more suited to be central, in my opinion, now, especially with Morelos possibly going to be out for a while. Sakala and Roof are going to probably need to be your two options, and you're going to need to give Ahmad Diallo a chance. I don't care if he's a loanee or anything. The guy must have quality. We've not just signed him for no reason. He's not just highly rated for no reason. Again, yesterday I felt like they should have probably just chucked him on. Like you need to throw everything at it. Maybe try him out in the right because it's not working with Aribo. I better not see Scott Arfield out in the right ever again as well. But it's looking like he's going to be more of a central player. But it looks like they've not really got an idea for Sakala either.
No, it really doesn't, mate. As we said, we thought he was a winger. We thought just with the pace and it. But as I said, mate, see if you're going to give Scott right stick for no be able to beat a man, you've got to give Sakala stick as well. So he probably, I just think he looks like he's like a box of energy, mate. He'll go for the full 90 for you constantly. It just finding that position for him, I think that's got to be Gio's job in it, really, till the end of the season and even in the summer. Maybe try and experiment with him in different positions. I don't know, mate. Honestly, it's the same as always when you lose one of these games, man. You want to lie in the road and just stay there for the rest of the season, really, to be honest with you. That's the way I feel anyway. I just, you know what I mean? Adam Sandler wedding singer.
You look at it, like, what's the point? Like, we all started April. This was the first sort of opportunity to go and make a positive impact because this season is going to be summed up in this month, pretty much. The first opportunity we've got to go for a competition with failing. We're playing another one in this week that we could possibly again not proceed in. And then what have we got left to play for?
I've had enough for Europe, by the way. Can I just say that it's great, it's tremendous. I love seeing my club go and show the world. No, listen, we can compete with your Borussia Dortmunds and what have you, but it's honestly, see if it's I'll obviously take the trophy. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I wouldn't win the Europa League, but I know which trophy I'd much rather have. I've been saying it all along, mate. I'd much rather have that league title.
I'm the same with you.
In my heart, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's great to have European nights, and it's great to get to experience different cultures, different atmospheres. Sorry, but man,
see if the players showed enough.
Aye,
let's see if the players showed enough in games like that yesterday, in games across the season, in domestic competitions that they did in Europe. I would have no complaints about Europe. But it seems like these players are only playing to get in the short window in Europe. That's the way I look at it. I'm seeing like 10 out of 10 performances over the pitch every time we play in Europe, and then we go and play Dundee and we don't know how to kick a ball. Well, obviously fatigue and all that will come into it, but surely it has to be better than that. Like surely it has to be a lot better than, you have to be committed a lot more than we are in some games. Like Europe, obviously we're at the business end of it. It would be nice, of course. This is really what we've got to play for now if we want to get Champions League football.
It's the only trophy we're in. We're
going to need to put all your eggs into one basket, and we're going to need to go for it, which is, whether we like it or not, this is the position we're in now, I think.
I just personally, for me, I just know what we're like at Hampden. We've seen it. We're no blind to it. I wouldn't, obviously, when the day comes around, I will back my team and we'll be rooting to get to the final and hopefully win the Scottish Cup, a trophy. It'd be nice to get our hands on again. But for me, the only trophy that we're in in really is Thursday night. I'm telling you, man, it seems to be the only time these players care. I've had enough of it, man. I really have. I just can't believe that we lost that game, mate. It's just, it really was. That's it. As Chris Boyd said, that's it done after the game. That's it done. And it was something we all knew. I said, all the way up to this game, every game was a cup final, and you have to win 3 points. Doesn't matter if we play. Do you know what I mean? It's exceptional football for the 90 minutes
That's
that we
it.
don't. It's like St Johnstone away. It was a cup final. We had to win every single game. And for me, it's done now. They've won the league. And that's the end of it. But Thursday night, that's all that matters apparently. So we'll take that.
We'll go on to that. Just the last bit was Alfredo Morelos. We are pretty much over reliant on him.
Oh,
Again, every single time he's out the squad, just shows you that what are we actually going to do when this guy leaves? Because say he is out to the end of the season, if we watched Morelos play in his last ever game for Rangers, I don't know, because obviously he's committed to the club and all that, but who says he maybe doesn't make a transfer away for the club as well? Like, I don't know. The summer's going to be defining for us in terms of what squad we're going to see next year. But that's what I'm kind of worried about the Morelos situation.
I don't know why you would say something like that. I mean, my heart's already been ripped out, Jack, by this football club. You want to rip it out even more by taking away the sweet prince? I don't think so. But I tell you what, there's one man who could have saved us, and I said it last week. You signed him for a one game contract or whatever you have to do. Telling you Greg Stewart, Ballon d'Or, wins up, 5 goals in the first half. Telling you, let's bring the comedical side, because I can't do the serious talk anymore. I can't, man. You watch this club, honestly. No wonder people say I look 40. Aye, look at the team I support.
I know that's probably the best way to fucking look at it, by the way. The stress levels, the fucking wrinkles I'm getting for watching them this season has just been unbelievable. Aged about 40 years, as you say. But it was
McLaughlin's the keeper to the end of the season. I don't care. That's another thing I wanted to say. I don't care. Give John McLaughlin a chance. I rate John McLaughlin. He likes Spider-Man, so therefore he will start the game.
I mean, I'd love to see it as well. We've both loved to have seen it for a while, but I think we all know what's going to happen. Definitely in the Europa League anyway. We know who's
It just, do you know what upsets me the most is the fact that, like, Jermaine Defoe just get discarded, and we all knew he just wanted to finish his career in front of the Ibrox fans. I know McGregor's going to get it because he deserves it. Absolutely, overall, his time deserves it 100%. But I just think about that was something I was thinking about yesterday. You're telling me maybe somebody like Defoe, you bring him on. There's a wee back at hang me there. I don't know if he changes the hang. You know what I mean? I don't know. You just talk shit after you lose a game like this, man. Honestly, but I thought about that. I thought about him, and I thought about Greg Stewart, Ballon d'Or. Come on.
Nah, I know. It was disappointing yesterday, but we obviously I think that's pretty much the thoughts out about it. We were poor. The league's done, but again, there is a European game to look at. Braga. Looking at Braga in more detail, obviously we've met before. We played them 2 years ago now. Get the better of them twice, which was probably a worse squad when you think about it. Their Europa League campaign is when they had Serena Zvezda in their group as well. Serena Zvezda obviously topped it, Braga second. They get beat off them over there. They beat Midtjylland at home. They beat Ludogorets away. They beat Ludogorets at home. They get beat off Midtjylland away from home and drew with Serena Zvezda at home. So obviously we've played them. We beat them. There shouldn't be anything for these players that says, nah, we're not going to show up. As you say, the players like to show up in these games. It will be probably just completely different than what we watched yesterday. It's hard to really be confident about it now, of course, because of what happened, but it's still a game I want to win, of course. It's a game I want to progress through. It's a game you want to stay in the tie and take back to Ibrox, because this is our season now. Our season is going to be in the Europa League, and we have left ourselves a really, really tough challenge. If we get by Braga, Atalanta and Red Bull Leipzig just went to Borussia Dortmund and beat them 4-1 at the weekend. So again, it's going to be a tough one if we get through that. But Braga is the main focus at the moment. Braga just beat Benfica at the weekend there, which again, when you look at that on paper, it's big for the Portuguese league. Braga sitting in fourth, I think, fourth position. They're 9 points behind Benfica, but on a good run of form. They've not been beat since Sheriff in the first round of the knockout of the Europa League, and then they beat them in penalties, and then they get beaten in the league actually off Gil Vicente. So there's that. But looking at their actual team, some similar players that played the last time, the Horta brothers, Abel Ruiz up front, Medeiros, I'm pretty sure he was there the last time.
I keep an eye.
Aye, Mateus is still the keeper. Carlos Carvajal is the manager. He took over after. He took over after we played them August 2020. So they've got a decent squad. They've got a lot of good young players. It's not something we're just going to turn up again and just beat them before. We're just going to beat them again. It's going to be tough over there. Going to be very tough to get a result over there. As I say, quality team, rarely get beat, but I mean, we should have confidence going into it. Looking at the team, I mean, it's going to be telling what the team is going to play, but you're setting up to not get beat at the end of the day. So McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun, and Bassey. It's going to be the back line. Lundstrom and Jack. I think I would prefer Lundstrom and Kamara, to be honest. I don't think Jack's been that good the past few games.
Nah.
I'd probably have Kamara in there.
I'd have Kamara in there.
And I know it's going to be Joe Aribo, Ramsey and Kent. It shouldn't be. But the guy I want to lead the line, the guy I actually have confidence in this game is Fashion Sakala up front. When we need to go and break up the pitch fast, we've got Ryan Kent, we've got Sakala. Aribo's obviously got the trickery. Ramsey's got the drive to go forward. I think the four of them could be key. Aribo wouldn't surprise me again if he's been dropped, but I can't see it personally because who comes in?
I was doing my best impression of him.
Aye. But hopefully, I mean, he can't do any worse than he has been. It'd be interesting to hear the story about Morelos as well. Wednesday, we'll need to hear about what's going to be happening with him, how lengthy the injury is going to be, if it's going to be soon, because the quicker we have him back, the better, of course. Kemar Roof, I don't feel like he's I don't feel he's going to start this game, but definitely an option.
Just what a weird situation that is. How does he get sent to Colombia then comes back? And I agree with you, mate. Kemar, feel so sorry for my guy, but I'd probably maybe give Sakala the thing where you know what I'm on about, European thing where usually somebody like Sakala is brilliant for it. I'll be honest with you, mate. I'm sort of just play whoever. I really just,
I know I'm not. Honestly,
I'm scunnered, mate.
Scunnered,
I'm done in. I feel like Stone Cold's just battered me. I feel like Kevin Owens. I feel like Austin's just leathered me about. Honestly, I just I want to play Alex Lowry. Give him a shot. He'll be there on Thursday. Give him a shot. Play him. Do you know what we'll do? We'll play Connor Goldson up front because the boy seems to have a no bad foot on him for putting the ball in the net. If you want my team, I'll give you my team, right? It's obviously not going to happen, but this is what I'd go with. I've had enough of him. It's John McLaughlin in the goals now. Sorry, son, your time's up. Tav, Goldson, obviously. I thought Balogun was all right, nailed for him, really. Some decent tackles and what have you.
I think he's always sound enough.
Calvin Bassey.
Balogun, I think.
Calvin Bassey, you need to, boy, sharpen up. Get away from Sleepy Joe. I think he's making you tired. I'll be honest with you there. I need to see that hunger again that I seen at the start of the season. My boy Johnny Lundstrom, Ryan Jack's twin can sit out, and Kamara. I'd have get Ramsey playing because sorry, I'm not having the disrespect to Ramsey. Only one that turned up, and he looks like the sharpness is there. He needs regular game time, so I'm playing him. Portugal, nice weather. He might like that. He liked the sunshine in Italiano. So he's
going to be key for us for the rest of the season. Like, I just don't understand why people are so against him. Like, just because he's not come in, scored in every game, not scored a hat trick in every game, we've not won every game. Like, he's been injured. We knew we were getting an injury-prone player, but when he's fit, he plays. without a doubt. I don't care what anybody says.
So I'm doing Sleepy Joe again. It's Mr. Thursday Night, Ryan Kent. That's apparently who Ryan Kent is. Thursday night. He can play. And then up front, I think we should just go with Rory Mackay. I'd stick him on, see if he's got a shift in him. And then out in the wing, we'll play Giovanni. No, I just honestly, empty about Aribo. I've had enough of Aribo. I really have. Seen when I looked at him yesterday and his attitude and everything I was seeing from him, I thought, why did he fall down the box in the first half and all? He just randomly fell down the box, going for a penalty, and I'm like, boy, get up.
Even looking at it, like, see, when we really need to keep it compact in the midfield. So we a midfield either Lundstram, Jack, Kamara, pick your 2 out of the 3 of them, and then Ramsey. I'm going to say it. Why not start Amad Diallo? We need to break up the pitch fast. We need to have pace in the counter attack, which is inevitable. We're going to play in the counter, right? Lundstram's obviously going to drop in to make it a back 5 at times, and we're going to go to push the full backs up, make it a back 3, and we're going to sit in. But why not start him out in the right? He's got pace, he's got quality. Him and Kent with Sakala, it's going to give you pace to go up the pitch. You've got Ramsey to pick out players with a pass and make the right passes through to these players. So it's going to be unlikely, but just the way I'm looking at it, I agree with you. I don't want to see Joe Aribo anywhere near the team sheet. I'm looking at it for the team that I think will play. I hope he's nowhere near it, to be honest.
No, you're looking at it the same way it was with Gerrard, where it was basically every week the same team played, obviously. But no, listen, I'm not having these debates. Is that boy for United, Diablo, or whatever his name is, is he a good enough player? When, do you know what I mean? Some of your fans want to take pictures with Ange Postecoglou. I'm not having debates with people like that. They know where they can go.
But
they can go and get a stone cold standard.
The thing that I'm struggling to get
with it right,
he didn't make one pass in a Dundee United game, right? Deserves the criticism. He shouldn't have went for goal, right? We've barely seen him since. But then you look at how many points we've dropped consistently after that, and he was getting the blame and he's never been seen since. I just don't think that's fair on a young kid like that.
It's not fair, especially with the pressure that's already on him when you think about it, that he's a Man United player and how crap they are. Do you know what I mean? And then he's coming up here where it's hostile every single week, man.
We're needing somebody with quality out in the right-hand side. Like, somebody with a bit of sun. He's the only guy that is going to fit. Greg Stewart. He's doing nothing now, of course. But he's the only guy for me out in the right-hand side.
I was texting him the other day. Says he's on the golf course with Gareth Bale.
Oh, nice. Well, Gareth Bale, he could fit that right-hand side.
Well, Gareth Bale, honestly, do you know what it is? See, Gareth Bale is an all player, it's disrespected and all. Guy turns up countless times in big games, do you know what I mean? He gets disrespected. But Scotland will find about that in the summer if they do play their hangman, they'll get battered off of Wales. But nah, man, I'm honestly, play the ladies, get the lady team playing. Bet you'll do better than the men's. I can't be bored with it. See what's Joe Aribo turn up and score like a hat-trick or something Thursday?
Do you know what? See if he actually starts playing well, I'll welcome it, because we know he's a good player. It's just these big games, it's just like, where has he been?
No, absolutely. Listen, we say it all the time. Do you know what I mean? When a player deserves criticism, I'm going to give him the criticism. Same as the boy for United, to get criticised by me for the Dundee game. Do you know what I mean? But he turns around and has a good game the next following hanging weeks. I'm obviously going to praise him. That's being a football fan. We're fickle, Jack. We're very fickle as football fans. But it's ever been since he came back for that. And I hate to just keep going on about him, because it's not just Joe Aribo. It's half of them, man, and their attitude. One title, lads. One title. We need more than that. Do you know what I mean? We were hoping for more. Do you know what I mean? The expectations were we were going to kick on now. This was going to be a chance to go and solidify ourselves. Do you know what I mean? But I tell you what, we'll just play Thursday nights. We'll turn up then. We'll have a museum and we'll sign players for free, because that's how we do business. Oh, and by the way, we'll agree to a friendly in Australia for Angie's homecoming, because we love him so much. You can tell because our ex-legends love him and our fans love him so much that we'll take pictures with him after the game and hug him and celebrate Ange Postecoglou. That's what we'll do here at Rangers Football Club. It's disgusting. I've had enough of it, man.
Nah,
I've had, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Where's the cojones?
Where is that? Where is that went? although I don't
I
think a
know,
lot of these players
listen, I
have had
know,
it, but the club as a whole is just embarrassing at the
I
moment.
know, obviously, what Zach was talking about. Do you know what I mean? Last time we were on the podcast, and that's Zach's opinion. He doesn't believe a manager should be going mental at the touchline. See, for me, I love that. That represents me. Do you know what I mean? Put the shift in. You get them legs up. You get running. These people have worked 9 to 5 to come watch you kick a ball because they love their club. Do you know what I mean? So you will perform. Honestly, Gio should have just turned around, man. Ninja kicked all of them. I said the last game, as Zach said, do you know what I mean? He should have hanged with Ange. He should have been in that changing room and he should have punched half of the players. I'm telling you that right now. Honestly, big Will Smith it. Big slaps, every one of them. What's that video where it's the mad guy's supposed to be Obama, hugging everyone, Gio going down, constantly slapping them all, gets to Morelos at the end, gives him a hug.
Aye, I know.
Honestly.
But again, you just need to look forward to the game on Thursday. Try to forget about this game.
St Mirren.
And St Mirren, of course, if the league even meant anything anymore. It'll be nice to watch a league game without that pure expectation to go and win, I guess.
Just
it'll be nice.
Football, I guess, supporting a team.
Just watching the game. But the way I want to end it is like, if you're blaming the manager, just obviously that's your opinion, but this group of players, when they were when Van Bronckhorst was sitting up in the stands against Hibs, and we really needed to turn up, and they bottled it even then before he was in the dugout. So it's down to the players that are bottling this. I don't think it's down to the manager. Obviously, you can criticise the manager all you want for decisions and tactics and all that. I understand, but the race has been ran for some of these players. And it'll be nice to maybe see some new faces, some quality being brought in for a change, and hopefully we're going a new direction next season. But as for now, disappointing obviously to lose the game yesterday. The attention turns to Europe on Thursday, and let's get Greg Stewart in for the next time anyway. He's going to be available, so why not?
I'm just scorned, mate.
Aye.
I'm sorry. Aye. Just scorned. I'm sorry if it's not been the best upbeat thing. I've just had enough, man.
I'm pretty sure every Rangers fan will be listening to it. Will have the same sort of ideas. I just like putting my ideas out there because I just see too much bashing of the manager as soon as things like this happens, and I just don't agree with it. And hopefully we go on and we have a nice win on Thursday, but it's going to take a while to get over this one. As always, if you'd like, subscribe and share about for us, very much appreciated. We'll be back next week, hopefully with a more upbeat podcast, so we see you then.